Hey, you guys. Wow, I came into some comments again. How about it? What's up? What is up? Let me get my banner going here. Cuz I have to. Okay. So, it's late, you guys, but this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it, okay? So, hello Muppets. Hello Blu-ray. Making some more streams. How about it? Hi Memphis Mommy Mars. So good to see you. Thank you for being welcoming to one another. Very thankful to see that. Why is it doing that? I could have swore I saw Clancy in here. Am I just like seeing things or what? Clancy's here, but on StreamYards, it literally took that. Oh, there it is. There you go, Clancy. My God. What's up, y'all? I'm so glad to see you guys. Hey, CP. What's up? Awesome to see you guys. All right. You guys know, like, my streams are little compared to everybody else's, but it's all right. It's good. Yes, I see you now, Clancy. No, I'm here. All right, you guys. So, you know the spiel, okay? I don't really need to go over it every freaking time, right? Hello, Sakara. How are you doing? I see you too. Awesome. It's so good to see you. So good to see you in here. Really. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Thank you guys for being so welcoming. Sakara usually is in TIFFs, so is CP Crossplay and Memphis Mommy Mars. So it's really awesome. Glad to see you guys in here. Yeah. So you look amazing. Thanks. Thanks so much. I have a bad headache again, Just can't seem to get the hell away from that stuff. I don't know. I think it's the heat, I think it's the heat. Okay. So, look, you guys. The spiel. This won't be a terribly long live. I come on. I talk about what I'm going to talk about. Try to talk with you guys. And, that's kind of it, right? Because, there's a lot of other lives going on right now. I already know that. It is what it is. This is when I could get the live in. I did put up a community post saying how we're getting terrible weather here. So hopefully, like, the power won't go out. And if it does, hopefully I'll be off of here by then. Because I don't want that shit to happen. My name is like Teresa, but with... All right, guys, guess what? Got to put my damn glasses on because I can't see shit. Teresa, but with an S instead of a T. Oh, Sartisa. Did I get that right? Because I suck at names. Let me just say, please do not take offense to this because it's so bad. Did I say it right? Sartisia? Probably not, because I suck that bad. My headaches have been bad all day because of the heat too. Yeah, it's terrible. Hair's gorgeous. Thanks, Muppets. It's so warm. It's so freaking warm. Thank you, guys. Sarisa instead of Teresa. Sarisa. Did I say that right? Oh my God. This is terrible. And it's so damn embarrassing, right? You have to. Nothing like it's spelled. I think my dad was tipsy. That's funny. That's funny. But it is a beautiful name. Did I get it right? Sarisa? Is that correct? Because, I suck at this, okay? I never tried to hide it or anything like that. So, all right. Yep. I'm sorry. I answer to anything though. No, but seriously, for real, you want to get people's names right, and I know that people take offense to that and stuff sometimes. So I'm not trying to be an asshole. For some reason, I have a hell of a time with pronouncing people's names. Surprised that I can even do my own name half the time, for real. So, yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right. So I'm glad to see you guys in here. Like, I really am. Okay. So you guys seen the title of this, obviously. I see you. So there's some things I just don't talk about on here. All right. There's some things that I haven't brought up, and maybe I will at some point because I see a lot of shit go on, right? Well, tonight, uh, you might be surprised with what I'm going to talk about, but it is what it is. I'll be in and out of chat. All right, got it. Got it. I do appreciate you being in here, though. I really do. Sarisa, I really do appreciate it very much. All right, so hypocrites get offended by the truth, just like what I put on for my thumbnail. And I think that when people start talking and speaking out, they don't like it much, right? They don't like it much. No, that's their problem as far as I'm concerned. Because tonight, the person that I'm going to talk about, and again, you guys know the coffin, sorry, okay? Sorry. All right, just to make sure. I don't understand. Oh, here we go with this shit with YouTube. Sorry about that. I approved your message, but it's not coming up on the StreamYard side. All right, so you guys know, and if you don't, there's another creator on here that I watched a long time ago. Don't watch so much anymore. Kind of saw through all that song and dance. I'm just going to say she's not for me. Okay. She's just not for me. That's it. So in saying that, I have a good friend of mine, and it's Muppets. Muppets and Manilow I have known since 2019. And she has a beautiful heart. She comes from she was in the DC, basically, is what we're going to call it. Krama, whatever. Okay. But then she ventured away from it. And in her venturing away from it, she found herself in MRBs. Okay. So, some things that were being said about her that I do not appreciate. Okay. I just do not. Hi, Jenny. How are you? First time here, but I've been in chat with you. I'm on vacation and just wanted to listen for a bit. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it very much. Memphis Mommy Mars. What's that about? The bush? Oh my gosh. Memphis Mommy Mars. You're something else. Thank you for being welcoming, though. Memphis Mommy Mars. So listen, it's no surprise. I can't watch this creator myself. And I feel like personally, I've watched over a period of time and I just don't like the way this person moves. All right. And there's been a lot of drama around this channel. A lot of drama. So let's just say that I wrote some things down because this is how I have to do it. Told you guys before, can't help it. This is what's up. I have to do it this way because there could be things that I just can't snap off with the way that I want to do it. So I wrote some things down. Muppets, you were in here. Are you still in here? I'm sure that this isn't the only live that you're watching right now, but this is my Diet Pepsi. You guys know the drill. Thank you for being welcoming, Blu-ray. I appreciate it. Yes, you are. Sorry. Clicked off of Blu-ray so fast that... Okay, good. All right. So I've done multiple streams now saying how I do not like people that don't like the e-begging. I don't like the grifting. I don't like any of those things, right? So I speak up about those things. That's the point of this. I speak up about those things. And obviously there's tons of people that do this shit, right? Well, if there's one thing that I do know is that Muppets is not a scammer, okay? This woman is not a scammer. She's being made out to be like she's some kind of trash person. She's not. And I don't appreciate it being said about her, okay? Like I said, I kept my mouth shut a very long time on some things. And I'm not going to get into everything, because I don't do that bullshit. But what I do know is that you shouldn't talk shit about people when they were so damn good to you, okay? That's first and foremost. Because the things that are being said and insinuated about her, they're not true. And this person knows that they're not true. So let's get started. Never would scam anyone. Thank you. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Give me 1 second, you guys. Don't go nowhere. I need to get something. Just hold on just a second. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. What else is new? I feel like I'm never able to get myself fully together for some reason anymore. And I don't even know why. But anyway, so MRB is saying these things. Okay. And it's not just Muppets that she's talking about. But my relationship with Muppets is different than what, it is with some of the other ladies because I don't know them. Okay. But I'm sure that if Muppets is friends with them, they can't be that bad, right? Because if she thinks you're that terrible, she'll walk away. I know a narcissist is overused, but she is 100%. Kathy, Muppets, shit. Oh, God. Yes, I'm in agreement with you because it's the way that it comes off for me, okay? It just does, and that's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it just like anybody else is allowed to have their opinion. They are good people. Now, they're your friends, and I would assume that, that's how you feel. Listen, there's people here that I like, that I've talked about, that, I'm not afraid to voice my opinion about those things, those people, whatever. I've watched so many channels. There's times people don't even know, who I'm talking about. And I try my best to do this where people do know who I'm talking about, right? But it doesn't always seem to go that way. It's fine. Call me anything you want. I was Kathy on here before anyway. Laugh out loud. Well, you were, but your name's Muppets. And, I try to do my best to stay with that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, I'm not trying to give out anybody's name. That was a slip. I think I did it in my last live too. And that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay. I'm not. So a lot of people on here seem to use manipulation a lot, right? They like to manipulate people to get them to think, to get them to do whatever it is they may want them to do. It could be, people use manipulation for different things, right? So when it comes to Muppets, I'm going to say right here, right now, all she ever was good to MRB, okay? Very good to her. I'm not going to elaborate into that much at this time, okay? But I'm going to say for you to call her a scammer when this woman has never even accepted money like that, okay? And we're going to get into that just a little bit because I know what could be said at that point, all right? She doesn't have a channel. Obviously she has one to speak from, but she doesn't put anything on her channel. She doesn't go live. None of those things, right? She just uses it to support other people. Nothing wrong with that. Many people don't want to have like their own channel. They just want to talk from it. So that's what Muppets uses hers for. Anyway, you're calling her a scammer when in return, this woman is the giver. She's not receiving. She received some, unfortunately, when she lost a loved one. Okay. Muppets, I'm not going to get into this too much. I'm just going to say how I feel when it comes to this. Okay. When somebody passes away, I don't think it's nice. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's okay to not give a shit about their grief, okay? Because, yes, unfortunately, I know what has happened with MRB, all right? But at the end of the day, she's not the only person that's ever had a loss. So being sympathetic towards somebody that just lost their spouse, and you didn't have only one person that happened with, huh? You didn't. Sometimes it's not all about you, okay? Why you seem to believe that it is, I don't know. It is horrible what happened for her. I said it back then, and I'll say it now. But at the end of the day, excuse me, other people that lose somebody, it's horrible for them too, right? It's horrible for them too. And they need to grieve. And if you're somebody's friend, you're supposed to be supportive of that. Are you not? You can say that, oh, you did support her, you took a collection, when her husband passed and things, and that was nice, right? Yeah. But please tell me, and I want the proof, okay? I want the proof that she's a scammer. I want you to show that to me because I'm her real friend. I don't think that you can give me that. I don't think you can provide that for me. And again, I'm going to tell you why. Because she doesn't ask anybody for a damn thing. Not one single fucking thing. She's the giver. Okay? Her. And the shit that's been being said about her is just bullshit. And I don't appreciate that. I just don't. I'm getting fired up. This is why I didn't want to go live last night. Because this shit just, it really gets to me. because I know how she is. And she's nothing about a scammer, because I wouldn't even associate with somebody like that, okay? I would not do that bullshit. I was nothing but sympathetic about her son. You were. You were. And I know that you were. I see most scammers and e-beggars as well. Yeah. It's some bullshit. She was mad about the collection because the person that started the collection didn't advise her first. Yeah, well, I mean, okay, yeah, it's your channel, whatever. But at the end of the day, excuse me? I mean, like, you think you need to know about everything. Is it because you weren't getting it? Like, what was it about? I don't know. I just can't believe some of the things that I heard in the live yesterday. Like, I really couldn't. I had to go listen for myself, because that's the kind of person I am. Like, if there's something that I've learned on here, for sure. And I think there's many of things that I've learned on YouTube, especially when I was off my channel. Go ahead and make fun of my little channel here, that it doesn't, get out there, because, other channels have all these thousands of subs. Well, I don't know. From what I've seen, you're not doing too good either. So there's that. But anyway, I couldn't believe the shit that I heard. I really could not. So sorry, Memphis Mommy Mars. Oh, see, I do it every live. Every time somebody's talking to somebody else, I do this every time. I'm so sorry you're going through that. I don't listen to MRV's live, so I had no idea. I thought she was talking about arts and crafts now. Yeah, she does her little arts and crafts stuff, but she's been putting some drama in there because of things that she says other people are doing to her. Well, listen. When I started hearing the things that were being said about Muppets, I was like, oh, hell to the no, you're not. No, you're not. We're not doing this. I can tell you that right now. Because I'd be the first one to say it. If that was the case, seriously, I would be. And she's just not. This woman, Muppets, has given thousands of dollars out. We'll just put it there. I'm not going to go any further than that. She has given and given and given. And what? She's a scammer how? Because they took up a collection when she had a significant loss? I mean, are you fucking serious? Come on. Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm getting pissed off. She was on my rage for a couple of weeks. She's crazy. I don't know. Like, people probably thought this. I had to come on and I had to say something. And this is why I couldn't come on last night. Because as I sit here, I'm so angry about this. The things that are being said about Muppets, her voice, just there's different things I have wrote down here. Okay, because they like to talk about Tiffany's voice too, and different things. Okay, you can say, oh, it's just somebody's voice and this and that. Excuse me, bitch. Like, who are you again? Oh. So yeah, I have a big problem with this. I think I just hit this, didn't I, Memphis Mommy Mars? Yeah, I saw her son's birthday video and felt very, very bad for her. So did I, because I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And I get to, even at that time, supposedly some things were happening for her, right? And that's another thing. There's somebody else that I cared very much for that was in my channel often that she also brought up about. And I'm going to get into that in just a second. But like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just because I know how Muppets is, and she's the most kind-hearted and giving person. And to say that about her, I want the proof. I want the proof. Because I don't believe that there is any. So like I was saying, I probably got totally sidetracked and jumped from one damn thing to the next and whatever else. But if there's something that I've learned on YouTube, Where's the proof? Ask for the proof, right? Because you're the one that's implying it. You're the one that's saying these things. Where's the proof? And not made up proof, okay? Not something from a sock account, not none of those things. None of those things. She went off last night. She did, Muppets. I saw it. I saw it. Yep. You love Tiffany's voice, Muppets? Yeah, it's very calming and soothing. Yeah, it's comforting, Memphis Mommy Mars. It is. So why people have things to say about it, I don't know. They say she fakes it. I mean, all kinds of shit. It's bullshit. Okay. And that's just my opinion. But, and I get everybody can have their own opinion. I'm not saying that. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, who cares? It's her voice. It's Muppet's voice. Like, why is it such a big deal? I don't understand that. But we all felt bad for her. My feelings for her were very genuine. However, the mask fell off little by little, and she wasn't who I thought she was at all. And you're allowed to have your opinion, okay? That's the whole thing. Because I saw what she put up. She put up about comments, okay? She was putting up these comments that people were making, and yours came up, and what you had to say into your comments. And in your comment, you had stated about, I'm going to go with Carol B. That's how we're going to do this. Listen, believe it or not, on my channel, I know you probably won't be able to believe it, but Carol supported me very much. And if you go back, way back in my channel, you will see that she was there. When she could make it, she'd be there. Is there sometimes she missed me and she watched after and left a comment? Yeah, she did. But let me just tell you something. I miss her. And may she rest in peace. Okay? Carol was a woman that took no bullshit from nobody. And if she had something to say, she said it. She didn't care. So please, don't even talk about her. Can she just rest in peace, right? Like some other people that unfortunately, like, can they just rest in peace? Why do people have to use that shit? You know what I'm saying? So she would have spoke to how she felt, and that's the end of it. That's all I'm going to say about her. That's it. Because I can't get started on that one. I cannot. And as far as Muppets, Muppet can have her own damn opinion about anything that she wants to, okay? Just like anybody else can. It's so ridiculous around here. You have an opinion about something or someone, and it's the end of the world. You're this awful person. Like, no. You should be allowed to have your opinion about things. Are other people going to speak out about what they see? Maybe. I wouldn't doubt it on here because that's exactly what's been happening, right? People are just talking about what they see, what they hear on here. Because sometimes people get pissed off, I know I do. I don't hide it. I miss her, and I know you do too. I do, and you do know that I do. I miss her a lot. There's someone here that I just wish they'd pop up. I can't talk about it because I get all kinds of a mess. MRB was trying to say MP brainwashed Carol. Carol had a mind of her own, and she was very wise. She was very, very smart woman. Very smart woman. Yeah. Nobody's going to say she was brainwashed, okay? Because I don't believe that for a second. I do not believe that for a second. Bullshit. I call bullshit. She had no problem telling anybody about anything. Ever. That I do know. And something else that I do know is that this obviously goes back some time. But she did in fact, like MRB a lot at one point in time. When the police showed up to MRB's house back a few years ago, the swatting video, Carol had come into one of my streams after that. And I had told her I watched that. And I said how horrible it was and how it wasn't right. And, you know, she was just very supportive. But sometimes things change that. Sometimes you know when it's time that enough's enough. And that must have happened. I don't know. I can't speak for her, and I'm not going to speak for her. But what I do know is that she definitely had a mind of her own, and Muppets is not bullshitting when she says that. Period. All right. So I wrote down some things. I am trying really hard to, I don't want to go so fast speeding this along, but at the end of the day, like I said, the storms and stuff, and I don't want this to go out on me. So where do I even want to start here? Okay. So she made the comment that Muppets is so incompetent since her husband passed, saying she is being laughed about. You know, these were the comments. These are the things that she was putting out on her live yesterday that supposedly somebody else said. And, you know, those things just are not true. They're not true. I need to get to bed, Stacey. Have a good night, and everyone, happy 4th. Happy 4th to you too, Memphis Mommy Mars. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know I'm all over the place tonight. I just appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. You know, it is what it is at this point. I have to speak up. I have to do it. I hope you sleep well, and happy 4th to you. Happy 4th to you. She was insinuating that I'm an imposter. I try to be as good as I can, kind of giving. But of course, I can get nasty sometimes when it's warranted. Yeah, it's called, you can get pissed off. That's what it's called, like any normal other person, Muppets. Like, you shouldn't be called names because of that. Yeah, kudos. He absolutely dislikes it, just like Libby does. It's terrible. I don't believe it was said at all. But heck, I'm incompetent right now. I'm navigating my life all over again. You're not incompetent. You're far from it. Just because you know you're having some issues, I guess you're just supposed to get up and get over it. You just lost your husband at this point, and I guess you're just supposed to get up and get over it. That's not the way things work, okay? What you needed was support. And you got that from some of the people that are to be your friends. But the person that you believed in so much and liked so much, I guess she was unable to give that to you. You know, I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. And I'm trying to be nice, okay? And I'm just trying to be nice. She mistreated so many people. I've heard a lot of people speak out about her. Listen, I was not in no kinds of, what do you want to call it? Discords, anything like that. Any of the private Zoom stuff. I was never in any of that. I was just merely a subscriber for a while. Back when she started doing the Chris Watts stuff, I was there for it. It's supportive, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And as time went on, I kind of just, I slipped away. There were just things I didn't like. Okay. And Muppets, you know this. We had many of conversations about things. You know that we did. Did I ever tell you what to do? Hell no. I don't do that to people. I feel like you'll see things for yourself, right? Maybe you feel differently than me. I don't tell people what to do. I don't do that kind of stuff. My husband did everything. So yeah, I'm having a hard time. I miss him a lot. Of course, we had our moments, but I miss and love him. I know that you do. I know that you do, Muppets. You don't need to tell me that. And she shouldn't even be talking about it. Okay? There's no reason for anybody to be talking about anybody's husbands. And as far as that comment that she was saying, that Deb had got, that was said, anybody can make a sock account, okay? And I can't sit here and personally say she doesn't have any because I don't know. I'm not her. I'm not with her. She could, she couldn't. I don't know. But at the end of the day, that comment was made because I saw it with my own eyes. I read it for myself. So she can very well say these comments weren't made. Okay? She's saying that it just wasn't her. We don't know that, do we? So, yeah, the comments were definitely made about the husbands, and it was just gross. Like, that speaks to whoever that person actually is that did that. That's all I'm going to say about that. She had no reason to say those things about you. No, she didn't, Blu-ray. Just the things that were being said by her, the whole scammer thing, that's there were multiple things that got to me about it, but that really pissed me off because I don't stand by that bullshit. And Muppets, you know that I don't. Okay, you know that I do not. I will not. Stacey, you've been so supportive. Thank you so much. Muppets, you're the one that's been quite supportive many, many of times. And I just hope that you know how much I do truly appreciate you for who you are, not for anything else. I appreciate you for who you are. And like I said in my last live, you don't give yourself enough credit. And that's one of the things. I just need to find it. I wish I didn't have to write shit down, but I do. It is what it is. That's what happens when you have bad seizures, Thank God that's not happening for me now, but it did enough damage. So, she just has all these things to say. The whole making the comment that somebody stated that you didn't have a backbone and you didn't have a spine, and to quit having the group tell you to dislike her and this and that. If there's one thing that I know about you, you would not let somebody tell you what to do. Yeah, during this time, during what you were going through and what you continue to go through, you're at a weaker point. Can I say that, maybe you'll hear things, but that doesn't mean you're going to let them influence your opinion, to make you do something. You've always been the person to speak up, and you're doing it a lot more. And I've told you that. I have to write stuff down too. My old boss sent me lots of notebooks recently. Yes. I mean, people like to make fun of all that bullshit. They make fun of everything here. Everything. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I have to write some things down. And, I wish I could be like I once was and fire off. I mean, there's other things I can fire off with. But when there's something that I want to discuss or talk about, sometimes I have to. Yes, I knew who that was. It's a mole that's going to come forward for MRB that used to be with us that I liked a lot. Oh, so you know who it is then, yeah? Well, there's so many shady ass people on YouTube. Like, it just blows me away. Doesn't nobody know how to be a real friend? If you're going to be friends with somebody like that, and you can say, oh, it's the computer and this and that. Well, it is, but there are people that make real friendships on here. I believe in that, Now, me, I keep my circle very small, okay? Very small. So there's that too. Yes, there are at least 2 moles. So there's moles, I think, every damn where. You hear it all the time that, oh, there's moles in Discords. There's it could be in Patreon. It could be wherever. You always hear people saying how that happens. And they get away with it because they come in as other accounts, their sock accounts. And then, they go in and they look to see what they can find out, and they go from there. I've heard that it's been being done to multiple people having discords. Bombshells. I've heard it being done before in Jenny Jen Jen's. I don't know about Tiff's, because I mean, some of them are getting pretty strict with their stuff too. Can I say that I blame them? No, you just do whatever. You know what I mean? Because you'll figure it out. I guess at some point you'll figure it out. Hey, Life Rewinded, nice to see you. It's been a while. Hope all is well with you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Yes, Muppets. You guys, the shit that's going on when it comes to the stuff with MRB is just over the top. Okay? Everybody can see something's just not right. Okay? I can't say what it is. I just don't know. I just know that for me, I don't generally watch her. And when I did yesterday, she had some things to say, and she's been saying things, okay? She brought up about Pink Lady Luck, too. I've known Pink for a while now, and I don't see her as a bad person either. Is everybody always going to agree about the same people or everything that goes on? No. You're going to have people that disagree about shit. All right? Not everybody is going to think the same, feel the same, whatever. But it really struck a nerve with me when she talked about Muppets. It really, and Carol, it struck a nerve badly. And then as far as the other woman that she had lost her husband to, like, why would you do that? They don't need to hear that bullshit, as far as I'm concerned. They need support, not to hear any kind of garbage about unaliving and everything. That's just terrible. That's terrible, in my opinion. MRB is a sick individual, and especially when she uses Sandra R, makes me so angry. I haven't been in there for some time, and I know that the Rusick family was supportive of MRB. I don't know if they still are, but I know that at one point they really were. I watched Miss Rusick's videos, her cooking stuff. I haven't gotten anything in a long time, so I don't know if she's just gone or what. But Life Rewinded, there's a lot of people that feel the same way that you do. Jackie lost her husband 1 week apart from me. Yes, I remember that. And I also remember what was done to her. I'm just going to leave that there. I won't elaborate there, but I do remember what happened to her. Remember when she tried blaming YouTube for running her dogs? Yes, I do. Life Rewinded. That's what I'm saying. There's been so much drama around her, but yet she says that she's not into that she doesn't want any part of it, but she's constantly in the drama all the time. That's what it seems like to me, because somebody's always doing something to her. Again, I can't say for sure on everything. I can't do that because I'm not there for that. You know what I'm saying? And I won't do that. But at the end of the day, there's been a lot done and there's been a lot said. And I just don't see her as an innocent person. And that's my opinion. I don't. I watched She Stopped Me or blocked me from Sandy's chat because she doesn't like me. Oh, you got blocked? Life Rewinded. I can't stand when people mod with their feelings. Like, when you're in someone's channel and you're a mod there, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to mod with your feelings because it's their channel. Like, it's not your channel. So, yeah, I will never understand that. She is not stable in your opinion, Muppets. I would love to get on her panel and tell her about her gross foul behavior. I think a lot of people would Life Rewinded because something's just wrong. Back when she started talking about the Chris Watts case, she had tons of people in her channel, things like that. She was doing really well. She just seems way different. Something went on. And again, I understand she had a tragedy, and my heart does go out to her for that. But it just seems like something else isn't right. And I'm not a doctor, so, obviously I can't say. But what I do know is her treating Muppets badly and some of these other people, like, it's not right. Okay. And as far as Muppet goes, I know all Muppet ever did was adore her for the longest time. Okay. She really did, because she believed in her. So to do her like that, it's not okay. And what does she think she is to do? Muppets, I really truthfully do not know. I really don't know. And the Going Real Life, she has things to say about this Going Real Life shit. Okay. She's put stuff out there that would 100% be going real life. Hello. Like, I have heard people say that they've been doxxed. So you can't say that you're free of that, because you're obviously not. You know what I mean? Yeah, she cannot. True crime by reading Google. And I know Muppets was very loyal to her. And after the vacation, how did Two Scooters stand by her? Right. I know. Yeah, Muppets was very, very, very loyal to her. Yeah. I mean, it was, I think in some ways that's kind of like an understatement, because Muppets went above and beyond. She did. She went above and beyond for her. Listen, you guys, I have so many things wrote down here. And, I'm not even going to get into it, because at the end of the day, MRB knows how damn good a Muppets was to her. And to go around and say these things about her it's bullshit. It should not be being done. And if she can't prove these things, proving that she's a scammer, proving all of these things, because I am Muppets real friends, okay? I would like proof. And if you can't provide that, I think that, you should apologize for putting something like that out there, because that kind of stuff doesn't go over lightly. It doesn't. And yeah, it does not. She hired a PI on Natasha. Hello. She threatens FBI. Laugh out loud. Shake my head. I don't understand it. I know that those two have been going back and forth for a while. And of course, they both are going to stand their ground. But at the end of the day, you can't be putting out things that are not true. And you're just like saying things to say things. You can't do that kind of shit to people. Going at someone because you don't like them is just wrong. It is. I mean, at the end of the day, though, these people have a right to speak their opinions. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. I think there's a difference between having an opinion and then like going at somebody in a bad way. You guys may disagree, and that's okay too. And it is what it is. I was. When I say I truly cared about her, I meant every single word. I was not some fake person. I just started to see red flags little by little, basically. Yep. I remember we talked about it. We talked about a lot of things. So many people. Elisa was very good to her. And what's that pretty lady? Dandy. She was sweet to her too. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. I mean, I don't know her, but she seems like she's really a kind person, in my opinion. Like, look, MRB had a lot of great people, and I would assume they just started to see things they didn't like. And that's all I can say. Again, I wasn't there, so I don't know. And I'm not speaking on that part of it. I'm just speaking on the part of knowing 100% that my friend, excuse me, is not a scammer. She's not. How can you be a scammer when you're the one giving the money away by the thousands? Tell me that. Because I'd really like to know. Sorry, guys, I have something stuck in my throat. The troll that said the vile things about my husband is a personal friend of MRB. She was caught because instead of creating a new account, she only changed her name on the account. Well, that's a good way to get caught. That's a damn good way to get caught. Dandy is wonderful. Yeah, she seems to be very, very beautiful, kind woman. It's crazy. But Muppets, you know that you're nothing like that. There are many people that know that you are nothing like that. Because you damn well know I'm straight up, Muppets. I wouldn't stand behind that. I wouldn't. You know that pretty well. I think you know me pretty well. That there's just things I will not tolerate. And I do not like that. So I would be speaking on it if that's what I thought. And you're just not like that. You're not. A Muppet, that's one of the dumb trolls. Merv behavior. First vacation was so disgusting. OMG, I was furious. I take it you watch her a lot, Life Rewind did? You watch MRB a lot? That was truly frightening. She was very entitled and self-absorbed. I remember seeing some things on that vacation that, oh boy, that's all I can say is, oh boy. Again, wasn't there. But at the end of the day, wow. I mean, when people go on vacation, they want to go and enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just didn't look like that's what was being done at the time, the part that I had watched. But that's just my opinion. Again, anybody can have their own opinion about it. But yeah, Muppets, I had to. And let me just get this out of the way. I was not asked to do anything. I did this on my own because Muppets is just the most sweetest person. Now, yeah, when she gets pissed off, can she go off? Hell yeah. I think most people can. Most people can. You know, you're getting it left and right. Yeah, sometimes people go off. But at the end of the day, she's not a scammer. She's not a bad person. She has a heart of gold. She's allowed to speak her opinion just like anybody else can. And for people to be making, you know, the comments that they're making about her just because she's in disagreement with the person or the people, a part of the channel, whatever the case may be, she's allowed to have her own opinion. And just like they're allowed to have theirs. Okay. But making up lies and shit, that's not okay. It's never going to be okay. I just. I don't know. Did I show this one already? Life Rewinded. MRB has never owned a solid thing in 6 years on this platform. I know that there's been a lot of issues. I know back at a time there was some issues with Starlight. There were just different issues at different times. And I get on a platform, there can be problems. Oh, absolutely, there can be problems. But I mean, you have to understand people are going to watch. So people are going to have something to say. But I get what you're saying, Life Rewinded. I get exactly what you're saying. That was true. Oh, I already got that one, didn't I? Jesus. And when I said that, I do not mean her grief. I understand the grief. Yeah, I'm sure you do after what you've experienced. I mean, like I said, grief is different for everybody. And I know that. So some people, they might be able to move on quickly. Some people may not be able to move on quickly. At the end of the day, there's so much bullying that seems to go on this platform, and it is so horrible. Okay. It really is. Like, that's why I said with me, I just come on and I speak my opinion. I'm not trying to go at people to hurt them. I'm not I'm not trying to do that over and over and over. That's not who I am. But at the same time, like, I do have an opinion, and I do not like when someone says those bad things, those types of things about people that I know for a fact are not like that. It really bothers the shit out of me. Ever since she blamed Starlight for that stuff with her son with no proof, Starlight would never. I don't think she would have done that with her children either. I really don't. I don't believe that. And if somebody was doing that and blaming it, or, I mean, that wasn't fair to do to her either. Okay. Like, it really wasn't. And to mess with somebody like that. But no, Life Rewinded, I do not believe that Starlight would have ever done something like that. That's just my opinion. I know not everyone may agree, but I don't believe she would have done that. I don't. Let me rephrase. I can never understand the grief of a child, but I don't blame her for her grief. I don't like that she sometimes uses it to manipulate, and that is my only opinion. Like I said, you're entitled to have your own opinion. Look, I've told you many a times, Muppets, I'm the kind of person that unless it happens to you, you may not understand it, right? So losing a child, I can't sit here and say that I do know what that feels like, okay? And I also can't sit here and say that I know what it feels like to lose a spouse, because I don't. Do I understand grief? Have I lost? Yeah, I have. And that's painful enough, but I can't sit here and say that I know how those other things completely feel. And I would never try to do so. I just wouldn't. Most people that stay with MRB is for the other friendships and not wanting to lose them, not MRB because of, leave you, lose everyone, and that makes me sick. Well, A Life Rewinded, if somebody feels a certain way, I get what you're saying there. I think that there's other people that stay in other chats for the same reasons. I get what you're saying there. And that could be, I'm not sure. So true. She's only a victim. It would be nice if things would just stop. But obviously that's asking for too much, because it never will. So yes, many, many issues, so much blame and finger pointing with no proof. And we know what proof means around here. Right. Life Rewinded. That's why I'm to that point now. Like, if you're going to call Muppets a scammer, I would really like to see that proof. I really would, because I do not believe that. I know for a fact that she's not taking money from anybody. I know that for a fact. She gives it, not takes it. Your big apology. I have a big heart, but Merb uses her son, and that gets me mad. She exploits that poor young man's tragic ending when she's backed into a corner. Like I said, I don't beat around the bush around. I did watch her for some time. When she first started to talk about the Chris Watts case and things like that. And then as some time went on, I stayed subbed, but I just backed away. And then I was just like done, because I just couldn't take like what was going on at the time. I couldn't do it. Like I said, I can understand your frustrations and things, because I get that way about different people on here that I see, and it's not cool. Save Robbie too, but I don't think he knows who I am. Laugh out loud. I haven't seen Robbie for a little bit now. He was around, I don't know, one of my lives a couple months ago, I think. Maybe you'll see him at some point, Muppets, and then you can, do whatever it is that you feel you need to do or that you want to do. This freaking YouTube just crashed out. I haven't even been looking at my phone because I know not all messages actually come up on damn StreamYards. They mess around all the time. No, that destroyed Starlight. She was broken bad. It was terrible. I heard some things, People think just because I'm this small, tiny little channel and stuff that I don't ever hear anything. I do. And then there's times that she voiced how she felt too. I don't think that it was okay how any of that went. And if somebody was doing dirty things and trying to blame it, that's not all right. Come on now. Somebody lost their child, and then somebody else is trying to make it look a certain way. If that's what went on, that's not okay. I'm so lucky that I have kept a lot of friendships. Yes, you are. But you needed support. And I think that you continue to need support, Muppets. Mervin caught with a spreadsheet of everyone's personal information. That's real life. Yeah, that's definitely real life. Why would you have people's information like that? For what? What do you need it for? Yeah. That's not cute, okay? That's not okay at all. Big hugs to you. I'm so sorry for what she's been doing. Such a shame. It's true, sadly. It would be great for the bullshit to stop, seriously. But as far as Muppets goes, because again, she's my friend, I can't say anything about someone else because I don't really know them. Please prove what you're saying about her. I would really appreciate that. I would really appreciate that. Because I don't see her that way. I've never seen her take money from anyone besides what was done for her with the passing of her husband and things like that. So, yeah. Now being on the receiving end, I feel like a POS for what she did to her, and I wasn't kind either. I think a lot of people feel that way, Muppets. They were thinking they were doing a good thing and, standing up for, lots of people do that here. They stand up for their friends, and sometimes it doesn't always go the way it should, Maybe at some point you can talk to Starlight and let her know how you feel, Muppets. We kind of forced. He told her, defended herself. This isn't okay. Don't let her get away with this. Remember, this was way before drama, is what it is now. It's a toxic hellhole. It is. It definitely is. It's way different now, Life Rewinded, than what it was. Cece, I can't believe how long and great your hair looks. Yeah, it's long. Life Rewinded. It's really long. But thank you. Muppets. Don't Starlight is very understanding. Trust me. I will pass the message along. Thank you, Life Rewinded. Appreciate that very much. And I know that Muppets isn't just saying that. Like, she does really feel sorry for things she has said. I can honestly say that because we've actually talked about it. That's what I'll say about that. I won't go any further into that, but we have talked about it. I will, but don't expect her to accept. Don't blame her. I should have already done it. I'm just ashamed. Kathy, it takes a bigger person to say they messed up. You know what I'm saying? And you never know. You don't know unless you talk to her, right? And hopefully, maybe sometime you'll be able to. She goes live and stuff. I promise you she will. She's very understanding, easygoing, I'm telling you. Life Rewinded's been within that group of people for a while. So, at the end of the day, if you see her around, you can tell her. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do, Muppets. Because I know that we've talked about it and how you feel about it. So, I get it. All right, you guys. I've gone for an hour and 5 minutes. I never read some of the things that I was going to. I guess just being able to talk to the chat and Muppets, getting your feelings, your thoughts and feelings out, and Life Rewinded. You had some things you had to say too. At the end of the day, I really wish that the real life shit would just stop. But I don't think, excuse me, that it ever will. And it just seems like things just keep getting worse and worse and worse on here. And it's a real shame because normally what used to be is if you had something to say, you sounded off, you kept it on YouTube, you didn't do the real life bullshit, and that's how you did things. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. People just do whatever the hell they want to do, and it's just supposed to be okay. Well, it's not. Like, why can't you just deal with things on YouTube? Why does it have to go to this extent with going into people's real lives and, CPS and all this other stuff? I will never understand that. I will not understand it. You don't need to thank me, Muppets. You don't. I know that you're a good person. I really do. I wouldn't just say that. Thank you, Muppets, and I hope to see you around. Stay great to see you. And happy you're feeling better. Take care, ladies. You too. You too, Life Rewinded. Thank you so much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. I thought that the live would be a little bit shorter, but it's good that we got to talk about this. But I'm being for real. I do. I want to, if you're going to say these things about Muppets, I would really like to see it. And because I don't like that kind of stuff. And I just don't think it's something that you can provide for me. So if you got some kind of proof that she's a scammer, please let me know. I'd appreciate it very much. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Muppets, have a good night. You know how to reach me if you need to, okay? To the Bush babies, talk to you later. See ya. Bye.